Well, howdy folks, Wade here, and welcome back to Wade's Old Ways. It is Sunday after supper. You look at the cast iron pot you made the stew in. Black ring of burnt food crusted around the bottom that no amount of dish soap is going to lift. The bacon pan from this morning with grease cooked into the corners that the regular wash will not touch. The roasting tin with dark sticky bits hardened to the metal like glue. You walk into any grocery store in this country and the cleaning aisle has an answer for all of it. Bottles of branded oven cleaner, cans of foaming pot scrubber, jugs of degreaser, bags of scouring powder, special sponges, special sprays. $8 here, $12 there. A working kitchen runs through $40 or $50 of branded cleaners a year. And most of them are some version of the same simple chemistry dressed up in a fancy bottle with a brand name on it. Now, here is what most people never find out. There is a paste you can mix in a bowl in your own kitchen in 2 minutes, with 4 ingredients you almost certainly already have in the pantry. That costs about $1 to make. A container that lasts you many months. And it does every single one of those jobs. Strips burnt pots, lifts cooked on grease, shines stainless steel, scours the sink, cleans the microwave, scrubs the bathroom fixtures, brings the shine back to silverware. 1 paste, 4 ingredients, $1, replaces a whole shelf of branded products. This recipe is not new, and it was not invented by anyone famous. It came from the hotel housekeepers and the diner kitchens, and the farmhouse cooks, who have been cleaning 100 pots a shift on a tight budget for generations. Everywhere a person has had a lot of dishes to clean and not a lot of money to spend, the same kind of recipe has shown up. The hotel kitchens use it. The diner kitchens use it. The farmhouse kitchens use it. It is the cleaner that working hands have always known about. Let me tell you the chemistry first, because once you understand why the 4 ingredients work together, the recipe makes complete sense. The job of any cleaner is to do 4 things at once: break up grease, lift dirt off the surface, scrub away what is stuck, and rinse clean. The branded cleaners do all 4 jobs with a mix of detergents, abrasives, and softeners, wrapped in fragrances and dyes to make the bottle look impressive. This old recipe does the same 4 jobs with 4 pantry ingredients, plain and unfancy. Dish detergent is the grease lifter. It is what chemists call a surfactant. It grabs onto oils and fats and holds them in the water so they rinse away instead of clinging back to the pot. Any plain dish soap works. Dawn, Palmolive, the store brand, they are all surfactants with different smells. The one already in your bottle is exactly right. Salt is the gentle abrasive. The small crystals scrub the surface without scratching it the way steel wool would. The salt finds the stuck-on burnt food and physically lifts it off as you rub. And here is the part most people do not know. Salt dissolves slowly as you scrub. By the time you are done, the salt is gone. No powdery residue to rinse away. It does its work and then disappears. Baking soda is the alkaline grease cutter. When grease is just slick on a surface, the detergent handles it. But when grease has been heated and cooked into a hard layer, the burnt ring around the bottom of the stew pot, the cooked-on grease at the edges of the bacon pan, heat has changed the chemistry of that grease, and you need something alkaline to break it back apart. Baking soda is exactly that. It quietly turns the cooked-on grease back into something the soap and the salt can lift away. It is also a natural deodorizer, which is why the same baking soda absorbs smell in the refrigerator. Warm water is the carrier. It thins the paste enough to spread, helps the chemistry work, but does not thin it so much that it runs off the surface before it has time to do its job. Together, the 4 of them do exactly what a $15 bottle of branded pot scrubber does. Lift, break, scrub, rinse, in the same order, with the same result. Now, before anything else, one safety word that matters. Never mix this paste with bleach. Not the paste itself, not the surface you are cleaning, not the rinse water afterward. Never. Bleach mixed with certain cleaning compounds releases chlorine gas. It is not theoretical. Every year there are real stories of people who poured bleach into a sink that still had another cleaner in it, and the gas overcame them in seconds. This paste by itself is safe, but if you keep bleach under the sink, be careful never to use this paste on a surface that was just bleached, and never pour the paste down a drain right after pouring bleach down the same drain. Use one at a time. Rinse thoroughly between them. Keep the paste jar up high and out of reach of children. The same common sense you would give to any household cleaner. That is the safety word. Mind it. Now, what this one jar of paste actually handles around a house. Burnt pots and pans, this is the headline use, and where the paste truly earns its place. A tablespoon of paste on the burnt area, just enough warm water to wet it. Let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes. Come back and scrub. The burnt ring comes off. Most pots clean up in one round. The very worst, a pot forgotten on a hot burner, take a second treatment. A pot that branded scouring powder could not handle. This paste lifts in 15 minutes. Cooked on grease, the baking pan, the roasting tin, cast iron when it needs a deep clean. The baking soda breaks the cooked grease back down. The salt lifts the residue. The detergent rinses everything away clean. The kitchen sink once a week, and a stainless steel sink comes back to the shine it had the day it was put in. Porcelain brightens and stops holding that gray cleaning residue that builds up over time. The stovetop, around the burners where spatters cook on over weeks. The cooked-on spots lift right off the surface, the trays around the burners, the backsplash behind the stove. The inside of the microwave, spatters and dried food on the walls. A damp sponge with a little paste. Wipe gently, rinse clean. Easier than the special microwave cleaners, and a fraction of the cost. Plastic containers stained from oil or sauce. The orange stain from tomato sauce on a plastic bowl. The greasy film that the dishwasher never quite lifts. A small amount of paste scrubbed in and rinsed off brings the plastic back close to new. Silverware and stainless steel utensils that have gone dull over time. Paste on a soft cloth, a gentle rub, rinsed with warm water and dried. The shine comes back. The bathroom, sink, tub, tile around the fixtures. Same as the kitchen sink. Removes soap scum, brightens porcelain, deodorizes drains. 8 jobs, 1 jar, $1. Now think about what is sitting in the cleaning aisle at the grocery store. There are at least 8 different branded products you would otherwise buy to do these same jobs. Pot scrubber, oven cleaner, stainless steel polish, multi-surface spray, microwave cleaner, sink shine, silverware polish, bathroom cleaner. $3 to $5 each. $40 worth of separate products replaced by $1 jar of paste that lasts months. And the homemade version works as well as any of them, with none of the harsh fumes, the colored dyes, the perfumed sprays that make people with sensitive lungs cough. There is no money in teaching folks to mix 4 pantry ingredients into something that replaces a whole shelf of products. There is a great deal of money in selling $40 of separate branded cleaners every spring. So the chemistry sits quietly in pantries, and nobody runs a commercial saying, "Look in your own cupboard first." They run commercials with sparkling kitchens and actors holding the bottle. And a whole nation spends $40 every spring on cleaners when their grandmothers spent 50 cents. This recipe passed from working hands to working hands, one kitchen at a time. The hotel housekeeper, who had been mixing it for 40 years before she taught it to a young farm wife who needed a cleaner she could afford. That is how the old knowledge actually travels. The bottles on the shelf are just the version that got loud enough to be remembered. You can be the one who remembers the old version. Tell me in the comments, what is the worst burnt pot you have ever had to scrub? The one you almost threw away? And do you have an old cleaning recipe from your own grandmother or your mother that does what the store products do? Share it. The little family recipes are exactly the kind of knowledge that disappears when nobody writes them down. I read every single comment. Thank you for being here today. If this was useful, hit that like button and subscribe to Wade's Old Ways. There is plenty more where this came from. Until next time, mix the paste, fill the jar, and remember that the cheapest cleaner in your kitchen is almost always the oldest one, waiting for you to remember how to mix it. This is Wade. See you soon.